Hello everyone, this is Easy Natural English with Liam, where I talk to you in natural English that's a bit easier to help you get used to English in a natural way. And today, as usual, I'll be talking to you with no script and no editing, so you get to hear some English that doesn't sound so robotic or so stiff. If I was reading from something, hopefully it will sound a bit more natural, like a real conversation. So if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow the podcast to listen to the podcast version. So today I'm going to talk about Halloween. And first, I want to talk about where Halloween came from. So originally, Halloween is thought to have come. So historians, or people who study history, they think that it probably comes from a Celtic tradition, and Celtic people were the people who were living in the UK, in Ireland, which is not part of the UK, but part of the British Isles. So Ireland, Scotland, and also Wales. And in these parts of the UK, there used to be a tradition which was on October 31st. And it was a night when, people would dress as sort of demons or ghosts or monsters. And then, they had some kind of festival or something. I'm not really too sure. I'm just an English teacher. I'm not a history major or an expert in history. But there was some kind of tradition a long time ago that was started from sort of Scotland and Ireland, like those parts of the UK. And then later it became the Christian people in the UK kind of Christianized it, or they kind of made it also a Christian celebration, and that's when it got the name Halloween. And I think that was quite a long time ago. I did try to read about this before I started talking, but I can't remember all the details. But that's where the name Halloween came from. The original meaning means saint. Hallow is it means saint. It means like saint's night or something like that. Saint's evening, because it was the evening before Hallows Day, which was kind of a saint's day. But the original celebration was not a Christian celebration, and was probably a pagan celebration, I think. So pagan is a very old religion from the UK. So it kind of got this Christian influence, and the Christians were sort of celebrating those who have died. So they were lighting candles on people's graves or something like that. But the kind of way that people celebrate Halloween these days does not have really any kind of Christian aspect to it. The Halloween that we all celebrate today has become more of a secular holiday, which means not religious. Secular means not religious. So there's no religion involved. And the day, as you probably know, is for wearing costumes, so dressing up. Or in the UK, people often say wearing fancy dress. In America, they'd say more like dressing up. Wearing a costume. And then going house to house, asking for sweets or candy, as they'd say. In America, in the UK, we normally say sweets. America would say candy. So people go around people's houses asking for sweets. And this is something that apparently, according to Wikipedia, this is something that people were doing a long, long time ago, when it was the original sort of celebration. And it's sort of something that people have been doing for a long time. So there were children a long, long time ago wearing costumes and asking for treats from people. So you probably know the phrase when you knock on someone's door. We say trick or treat. So the reason we say trick or treat is because trick means kind of, something mischievous or a bit naughty or bad. So when people say trick or treat, it means, do you want to give me a treat, some candy or chocolate or something? Do you want to give me a treat, or do you want me to trick you? Which means like, do you want me to do something bad to you? So it's kind of a playful threat. Threat is when you tell somebody you're going to do something bad. So if I say to you, hey, I'm gonna hurt you, or I'm gonna do something bad to you. I don't want to say anything too bad, but that's a threat. So yeah, when you're watching a movie and they say, I'm gonna kill you, that's a threat. Yeah, so it's kind of a playful threat. Most of the time, I think most people don't do anything bad. If you don't give them a treat, they won't do anything bad to you. But that's where this phrase trick or treat comes from. Unfortunately, in UK and America and Australia and other English-speaking countries, maybe in Europe too, I'm not sure. But I know in a lot of English-speaking countries, unfortunately, there are some teenagers or even children, usually it's teenagers, who want to go and cause trouble on Halloween night. So they go out not even asking for the treat. They just go and sort of trick people. But it's not really a trick. It's just being, I don't want to use any bad words, but yeah, it's not good behavior. It's just vandalizing. So vandalizing means kind of breaking things or damaging people's property. So there's a lot of teenagers who go, and often they throw eggs. So they'll just go to people's houses and throw eggs, or toilet paper. They throw a roll of toilet paper. Especially in America, they seem to like to use toilet paper a lot. But yeah, so that's the trick, what they're saying, the trick part of it. But it's not really a trick. It's just not being a very nice person, because of course that is very unfair to the homeowner, to the person who lives in that house. If you come out and your house is covered in eggs and toilet paper, it's not fun, and you've got lots of cleaning to do. So yeah, it's a very mean thing to do. But unfortunately, yeah, some young people, maybe some, hopefully not, maybe some adults, but a lot of young people are doing this kind of thing on Halloween. So that's the kind of trick part. But most people are innocently just going house to house, saying trick or treat, and getting some candy or some chocolate or, I don't know, sweets, whatever, lollipops. And it's kind of a tradition that has spread around the world quite a lot. Like I said, it originally comes from the UK, and it spread to America by Scottish immigrants. And now America and the USA, they really like doing Halloween. And I think, now even here in Japan, where I live, there is Halloween to some level. I think a lot of people enjoy the costume part. Like if you go to certain parts of Tokyo in Halloween, or even Osaka, these big cities, you can find a lot of people gathered together wearing costumes, and I've seen some very good ones in Japan. But trick or treating, I don't think has really caught on in Japan. I think people know what it is, but it's not really a tradition. So I think people are a bit scared to go and knock on people's doors and ask for some food, because a lot of people maybe don't really do this kind of tradition. They're not ready for this tradition, so they haven't bought any sweets or anything for you to come around. So it hasn't really caught on. The other famous tradition of Halloween these days is carving pumpkins. So carve means to cut a shape into something. So carve a pumpkin. You've probably seen these before, as a pumpkin with a face or some kind of image, and you hollow hollow out the pumpkin, which means take out the middle, so to hollow something, and then it becomes hollow. There's nothing inside, and then you can put a candle inside and it lights up. So yeah, carving pumpkins, trick or treating, dressing up, so wearing a costume, and another tradition which people don't do that often, but it is some kind of Halloween tradition, at least in the UK and in the USA, is bobbing for apples. Bobbing for apples is when you fill a bucket or some big container with water, you put apples inside in the water, and then you try to get them just with your mouth. So you have to like tie your hands behind your back, and then you try to take out the apples with your mouth. So it's something that people do a lot at kind of Halloween parties. If they have a Halloween party, they'll do this as one of the events, and it's quite funny because it's very hard to do. So you can laugh at your friends who are getting their faces wet and failing to get the apples. So yeah, it's quite a fun game. But who knows what's going to happen this year with Halloween, because you all know the coronavirus pandemic is continuing, and it's probably not a good idea to gather in big groups. So although it sounds like fun, it's probably not the best year to go and gather in a group. It's probably not the best year to be knocking on strangers' houses and meeting lots of people in one night. Could be quite dangerous. So I don't know what's going to happen with Halloween this year. I think some people are doing some kind of online events. Some people are doing trick or treating at a distance, where they put the candy or the sweets at the end of their driveway or at the end of their house, and then people can walk past and take them by themselves. Things like that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't have children, so I'm not too worried about making sure they have a fun night, because I don't have any children, but I do like dressing up. I do like wearing costumes. It's fun. So if there is an opportunity to do that, it would be fun. But yeah, maybe this year we have to just put it on hold. Maybe we need to wait until next year. So anyway, that's a bit about Halloween. I hope you all enjoyed listening to this. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on the YouTube version, or follow and comment on the podcast version. If you'd like to take a lesson with me, then check the link below the YouTube video or on the description of the podcast, and you can come onto italki, take an online lesson with me. If you really like my content and you want to help support me to make more videos and podcasts, please take a look at my Patreon account, where you can just send me a little bit of money to help me with the uptake of these videos, and I can buy more equipment and make nicer videos and nicer podcast episodes. So thank you all very much, and I will see you all back here next time.